whichever part of the world you are joining us from, the Global Council for the Promotion of International Trade welcomes you all for this prestigious event on World MSME Day 2023. I am Ananya Banerjee Chatterjee, the R&D and Communication Officer and a host for today. Every year on June 27, Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprise Day is celebrated to honor their role in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Small and medium-sized enterprises account for up to 90% of business, 60 to 70% of employment. They account for their half of global GDP according to the UN. Global Council for the Promotion of International Trade is an organization based in India, Africa, the United States, UK, with board and council members representing across the world. This year, we are celebrating the day with global perspective from various departments, ministries, chambers of commerce, and international organizations. We believe that global perspective have a significant impact on paving the way to the future. Coordinated global responses is key to MSME post-pandemic and economic recovery. World MSME Day is an important opportunity to look at this topical issue in a very practical and policy-oriented way. In the global context of MSME, here we ask the rest of the world to work together to help MSME get through the current crisis and build up their ability to handle future shocks. We encourage GCPIT members to create an open, fair, non-discriminatory and predictable global trade and businesses environment that helps and encourage MSME to participate in international trade and businesses. Today, we have with us a very special guest, Ms. Joyce Anitor Tiporvi. Ms. Joyce is a seasoned public sector professional with over 10 years of experience in diverse fields such as banking, warehousing, port operations, and hospitality. She holds leadership competency from both Yale School of Management and MIT Solon School of Management. Specializing in strategy development, project management, she is also a governing member of the Chartered Institute of Credit Management in Ghana. With skills in strategic planning, research, credit appraisal, and risk analysis. And today she will be sharing her valuable insights on the topic international trade and investment opportunities of our country. Over to you, Ms. Joyce.
Thank you very much for today. And as you rightly said, I am the Honorary Director General, GCPIT for Ghana. My name is Joyce Ametopovi, and I will be presenting on exploring the economic potential of Ghana, opportunities and collaborations, as we celebrate the World MSME Day. Now, to set the ball rolling, I'll give an overview of Ghana's economic landscape and key industries. Yes, Ghana is actually one of the fastest growing economy in Africa. Before COVID in 2019, we had 7% GDP growth averagely. The service sector is the largest contributor to Ghana's GDP. It's contributed 49% of GDP in 2021, followed by the industrial sector, which contributed 30%, and the agriculture sector, which contributed 21%. Now, overview of Ghana's economic landscape and key industries. Now, real sector annual growth. So if you look at the real sector annual growth, considering December 2021, agriculture recorded 82% annual growth. The service sector recorded 8.1% annual growth, and the industry sector recorded 4.8% annual growth. When we continue with the real overall GDP, including oil, as of 2021, we recorded 7%. The real overall GDP, excluding oil, as of December 2021, we recorded 7.6%. And the base year price that was used in these computation is 2013. Now in Ghana, our key industries are the agriculture sector, the mining sector, the manufacturing sector, the services sector, and the technology, which is the ICT sector. We are major exporter of gold, cocoa, and oil. Now, let's take the sectors. If you take the agriculture sector, Ghana is supported, the economy of Ghana is supported by employs about 45% of the workforce and is very significant to our GDP, as I have earlier mentioned. Now let's consider the mining and manufacturing sector. The mining sector, we are the 9th largest global gold producer. And then also our manufacturing sector has its growing emphasis on agro-processing and consumer goods manufacturing. Now with the services and the technology sector, which is the ICT, these are rapidly growing sectors. Hitherto, it wasn't like that. But if you look at the rate at which it is growing, you will say that very soon it's going to create more jobs, even though agriculture will still remain the backbone of the economy. We would all agree that there are also services within the agriculture sector as well. So the services and the ICT sector is growing. Our mobile penetration rates, that's a mobile use of mobile phones, penetration rate is over 140%. And that tells you how fast these economies, these sectors are growing in our economy. Now, let's move on to the trade policy agreements and incentives. We are part of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and as you know, that will create a single market for us to be able to trade. And you know that trade is very necessary if you want to boost your economy, And then we also, in Ghana has a double taxation treaty with the following countries for the relief from double taxation on income arising in Ghana. And these countries are Belgium, Czech Republic, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy, Mauritius, the Netherlands, Singapore, South Africa, Switzerland, and then the UK. Also, the government of Ghana has signed the double taxation treaties with the following countries, but they are not yet in force. It's work in progress. We have the island, we have Malta, we have Morocco, we have Norway, we have Qatar, and then the United Arab Emirates. However, we are also pursuing, signing the double taxation treaties with other countries like Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Sweden, Syria, and then the United States. And like I said, this is to provide relief from double taxation on incoming income, arising in Ghana. Now we have special tax incentives also for private priority sectors such as the agribusiness, manufacturing, and then the ICT sector. Now the investment climate and attractive sectors. Ghana has a stable political environment and it has a supportive regulatory framework that supports investors who come into the country. And we have the GIPC, that's the Ghana Investment Promotion Council, who are ready to help investors to settle or navigate into the economy. Now we have attractive sectors, as I've already said, our agribusiness sector, of course, because agriculture is the backbone of the economy. Our manufacturing sector, of course, you know that if your agriculture sector is booming, then of course your manufacturing sector, because there is an opportunity for that sector, the manufacturing sector, to also, function. And like I said, the technology sector is also expanding rapidly, and there's an opportunity for investment. Now, success stories, thriving MSMEs in Ghana. MSMEs in Ghana actually, has created significant role in job creation and economic growth. We have some case studies. We have the Farmer Line, is an agri-tech company. We have the Dext Technology, that's edutech, education technology. We have the M-Pharma, which is the health sector, is a health sector technology. So if I want to throw more light on some of these case studies, Farmer Line actually is providing, services to the agriculture sector where they are able to, send real-time information regarding the weather conditions to help the farmers to be able to know when to grow their crops or when to apply chemicals. And these are contributing to reducing the losses that farmers, incur during production. The edutech is also a technology that's also helping with education, with the education sector, where you could use technology to learn. I mean, in time past, you had to move from one place to the other, maybe going to the classroom to be able to acquire certain knowledge, so that you'll be taught. However, with this edutech technology, you are able to, sit comfortably at home or wherever you find yourself, and then enroll yourself in some form of education that you want to. Then the health tech technology, which is the M-Pharma, when you want to get information within the health sector, you sign on to those platforms, and then you get ready information without having to go to the hospitals or without having to see a consultant to get, information. Now, specific investment opportunities. Like I said earlier on, the agricultural sector is the backbone of the economy. And like I also mentioned, that whenever the agricultural sector is the backbone of the economy, it means that the manufacturing sector will also improve, because then, of course, there's an opportunity, to create jobs within the manufacturing sector. Our agriculture sector is just the primary, production, it's just a primary production that is being done. We are not adding value. And this is because we lack the necessary tools and equipment to be able to add value to our primary products from our primary production. Therefore, we have untapped potential in the agriculture sector. And as I said, Ghana is the leading producer. I mean, Ghana is one of the leading producers of cocoa, in the world. And therefore, if we are able to expand our sector, I mean, within the cocoa sector, we are able to, get these equipment to help in processing our cocoa. We are going to add value. And that is actually a specific investment opportunity that investors can look at. We also have the cashew sector. The cashew sector, as it is now, we export raw cashew. Meanwhile, after exporting the raw cashew, we have the apple, the cashew apple, that can be used or processed into juices and can be used, I mean, the cashew, after processing the cashew apple, the cashew itself, the waste that comes out of it, can be processed into fertilizers that can be used back, plowed back into the agricultural sector to improve the yields of our produce, But because we do not have these equipment, simple technology equipment, because don't forget, today we are discussing the World MSME Day, and therefore we should look at simple technologies, not the big technologies that, of course, benefits commercial farmers, but simple, improved technologies that will benefit the micro, small, and medium enterprises to be able to add value. Also, the aquaculture sector is also an untapped potential that investors can also look at, because we have the necessary, we have the necessary, should I say that we have the necessary, we have the conducive environment, for investors to be able to thrive in these sectors. Now with manufacturing, we have opportunities in the pharmaceutical sectors. We have opportunities in the textile sectors. Don't forget that, as I said, agriculture is the backbone of the economy. We are all aware that there has been a research where we are using banana peels to produce textiles. But because we do not have the technology in place, we are unable to take advantage of this. Therefore, there is an opportunity for investors to come in, as I have said, with the necessary technology to be able to help us to expand, the pharmaceutical subsector, the textile. If we have an auto assembly point in Ghana, that also will help, because in Ghana, most of the inhabitants, use vehicles. And therefore, if vehicle manufacturers come in to, assemble their vehicles here, it will be a good opportunity for them to invest, because then there will be markets for what they will produce. Now with the ICT sector, we have the e-commerce, which is now also coming up, and therefore investors can come in and expand. We have the fintech, where now everybody is talking about, the fintech, where it is so necessary for us. The edtech, as I've mentioned, all these areas are there within the ICT sector. And as I said, it is growing rapidly, and therefore investors can come in and then help with the expansion of these sectors by, bringing in simple technology. Our knowledge in how to improve on how these areas are being, my network, these areas, are being managed currently. Now, areas of collaboration. GCPIT can collaborate in the area of research and development. They can partner with local universities and research institutions, so that, like I said, to improve on the technology, the technological knowledge of these, to improve on the technological knowledge that these sectors need. And then also in terms of knowledge transfer, and then technology transfer, partner with local firms, and then social impact, invest in socially beneficial businesses that can create jobs, for the people. In conclusion, I would say that Ghana's dynamic economic landscape actually offers investment opportunities and potential for meaningful collaboration. And I therefore, at this point, employ everyone to come to Ghana, to visit Ghana, and then support in expanding the economy by investing in Ghana. Thank you very much. And I am open for questions and discussions. Thank you, Ananya. Over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Joyce. Thank you for sharing such valuable information with us about Ghana. Thank you for your time.